and to offer a fond tribute and to celebrate the life of a unique human being, Lawrence Kushner, affectionately known to everybody as Larry. All of us know that Larry faced many challenges in his life due to his cerebral palsy. But even though Larry had to live with all the issues facing someone with CP, CP did not define who Larry Kushner was. Yes, CP impacted Larry's physical body, but Larry was so much more than that. Larry was smart, he was bright, he was intelligent. Larry possessed a keen mind. Larry had a wicked sense of humor. Larry possessed a radiant smile, a lifelong quest for learning. Larry was a sweet and kind neshama who possessed a generous and forgiving spirit. And Larry had the ability to bring out the good, even the best, in other people. There were many blessings in Larry's life, but of course the biggest blessings in his life were the members of his family. His parents, Edith and Aaron of blessed memory, who explored every option available for Larry to develop. Edith and Aaron, who made the impossible possible for Larry. His parents, who insisted that Larry live as normal a life as possible without pity. Parents who took Larry everywhere, no matter the obstacles, and Larry saw more of the world than I bet most people have. Parents who made sure that Larry was educated, who made sure that Larry had a bar mitzvah and that Larry was part of our East Meadow Jewish Center community. Larry was blessed with parents who included him in everything and who always were a source of inspiration from Larry. And Larry possessed another blessing in his sisters, Carol and Jerry, who loved their brother immensely, who included Larry in everything they did. Sisters who were at his beck and call. Sisters who would do anything for him. Sisters who sometimes took advantage of Larry's disability for their own benefit, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. And sisters who have been tremendously helpful for over 60 years. And Larry was blessed with a brother-in-law, James, who was like a brother. James, who was just so helpful to Larry. And James, who the moment he entered the family, became so helpful in so many ways towards Larry. And Larry was blessed with wonderful nieces, Michelle and Alana, who loved their uncle so much, and of whom Larry was so proud, and whom he inspired to be the kind and good-hearted young ladies they are. So let's talk about a few details. Aaron and Edith, and for everyone who is not here, Larry is right now lying between his parents, Aaron and Edith of blessed memory. Aaron and Edith always made sure that Larry received a regular education and a Jewish education. They took him to the CP Center. They brought tutors into the home. All of us know that Larry graduated from college. He spent 10 years at Nassau Community College and then another 10 years at SUNY Old Westbury. And those were difficult for Larry, but he overcame the challenge, and the challenges were many. He wanted to major in journalism, but a professor there objected for several reasons. So Larry ended up majoring in American Studies. He took one class each semester. And yes, some of the professional staff, some of the professors objected to having Larry in their class. But Larry persevered, typing literally letter by letter on his typewriter, and he graduated. And everyone in the community was just so proud of Larry. Of course, Larry also had a bar mitzvah at our East Meadow Jewish Center before my time in the congregation. You understand that Larry did as much as he could at the service, and his father and grandfather did the rest. And Larry's bar mitzvah, people are still talking about it as an inspiration to the congregation. And I am told there was not a dry eye in shul that day. And speaking of the East Meadow Jewish Center, Edith and Aaron schlepped Larry up those steps for services. I remember every high holiday they're bringing Larry into shul. And I can remember bringing Larry in his wheelchair up onto the bima. I promised Edith that one day we would have an elevator in shul so they wouldn't have to carry Larry. And that became a reality. Unfortunately, we couldn't put any kind of handicap accessibility on the bima, but still, we brought Larry up on the bima even in his wheelchair. And it wasn't just the high holidays that Edith and Aaron brought Larry to shul. They brought him on other occasions, particularly the Yom HaShoah programs that we conducted. And Edith and Aaron took Larry everywhere. They took him to Splish Splash and carrying up and down stairs, to his sister's concerts, to their graduations, vacations all across the United States, to Disney, to the World's Fair in the 1964 in Flushing Meadow Park. And his sisters, Jerry and Carol, shared with me that at the Pepsi Pavilion, they didn't want to let him in a boat for It's a Small World, but he actually went into the boat with Art Linkletter, who saw him and insisted that Larry come with him. Larry, thanks to his sisters and his parents, visited almost every country in Europe. He visited Mexico. The family, together with Larry, made several trips to Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel, pushing Larry in his wheelchair up and down steps. No matter what, there was no obstacle in their way. Larry was going to be part of them, and they included Larry in everything. They literally showed Larry the world. They gave Larry swimming lessons, a special tricycle so he could ride, a special stand that his father made so he could stand, a trip to England for the possibility of special PT, and they gave him PT and OT. And Edith and Aaron left no stone unturned in Larry's care. And Carol and Jerry did so very, very, very much for Larry throughout his life. He was the big brother, and when they were kids, they lived on the same level of the house. And if Larry needed anything in the middle of the night, Carol and Jerry were on call, and they were there for him to help him, take him to the bathroom, to tuck him in, whatever it was. And they too schlepped their brother, took their brother everywhere. They stood in line with him. And as they shared with me, there were certain advantages. Sometimes they could cut the line because of Larry, and you would shout, right, we did it again. And they were allowed to take driver's education early. And of course, Larry's condition gave them a good excuse for being late or dismissed early from school. And when it came to their reports in class, it was either about the Holocaust and their mother's experience, or about Larry and overcoming CP, and they always received an A on those reports. They modeled, Carol and Jerry modeled, that family is always there for family, that family takes care of family, and members of the family have to take care of other members of the family. And as I said, Carol and Jerry included Larry in everything. Their concerts, their graduations, their music school recitals, everything. These are sisters who gave their love and devotion and dedication to their brother Larry, and all of us saw that with our own eyes. And James pitched in and made so much possible. James has always been helpful to Larry and to Carol and to Jerry. He has truly been a rock of devotion. But as James shared with me, Larry helped him one time. Even though James had a doctorate, he wanted to get a teaching degree at SUNY Old Westbury. And the professor wouldn't let James into class because it was oversubscribed. So Larry arranged for James and the class to visit the CP Center. And the professor said, if you can do that, then you're in the class. So the mutual help was truly mutual. And of course, Michelle and Alana, they have been so loving to their uncle, and their uncle absolutely adored them. Uncle Larry failed to be your uncle. He was so proud of your achievements, and he was so thankful and appreciative of everything you two did for him. Larry truly made other people better. He was an inspiration. That he could surmount so many challenges made him a role model for others. But not only that, he was a role model of not being bitter despite the challenges one faced. Larry was a model of positivity. Larry loved everybody, and Larry had the ability to see the good in every human being. I'm going to pause. Rabbi, if you could